Hello, this week I released a short Doctor Who story that's available over on Patreon for free! Other things that are free this week include Just Cause 4 over on the Epic Games Store, and the Uncharted Collection and Journey are free over on the PS4. And I didn't actually look up what was free on the Switch this week because, let's be perfectly honest, we'll all just ignore that and keep playing Animal Crossing anyway. The big news of the week, okay, last week I missed it, sorry, it's fine, was that the PS5 controller has been revealed. The DualSense, Sony will call it, while everyone else will call it Where the Fuck Did I Leave the PlayStation Controller, is different. Sort of. Well, it looks like the regular PlayStation controller wearing a mask designed for a CW superhero, but it's a radical departure for a controller that's looked exactly the same since they glued analog sticks to the first one. Okay, actually that's not really true because the PS3 controller was perfection and the PS4 controller has a mouse mat in the middle of it that nobody fucking uses ever. So, what features does the PlayStation 5 controller have? I've forgotten its name already. Well, it has a new and fancy rumble that I'm going to turn off immediately, like I do on every controller, because it's always distracting, always awful, and I have RSI genuinely, thanks to being older than the majority of the Back to the Future films. It has adaptive triggers, again, awful. And the return of that light bar bullshit, but it no longer sits at the back of the controller. Now it's pointing directly at you. It also has a built-in mic that will let your friends hear you as if you were in the room with them, albeit inside a washing machine mid-spin cycle. They have confirmed, however, that PlayStation's trademark ability to fast-forward or rewind whatever DVD you're watching the instant you put the controller down on the sofa will remain thanks to overhanging triggers. Look, when it comes to controllers, here are the rankings. Bottom, whatever the fuck Nintendo are doing. Look, I love the Switch, but it fits as comfortably in the hand the same way that a sea urchin does. And the controllers, they start drifting faster than someone dropping out of art school. The Wii just had a remote control, and the Wii U... yeah, I mean, the DS range was just a box, and the less said about the N64 controller, the better. They are awful at this. In the middle, we have Sony. The PS3 is their pinnacle, only beating out the PS2 due to the lack of wires, and the PS4 controller, well, alright, holds about 7 seconds of charge because someone thought it would be a good idea to glue a fucking torch to the back of it. Given the due though, the Vita was as comfortable as shit. The Vita. The handheld. You remember the... anybody remember the... alright. Top tier, Microsoft. The OG Xbox pad was a disaster. I think it was called the Duke, wasn't it? And it was fatter than someone trying to smuggle all of the toilet rolls out of an Asda, but the 360 nailed seriously solid controller design, and then the Xbox One refined that, and then the Xbox One Elite controller perfected it. Hands down, the best controller ever made, even better than a Mega Drive controller. And plus, Microsoft get extra bonus points because they do a lot of work on accessibility. The adaptive controller range lets anybody play their games in the way that works best for them. Good shit. Okay, actually, one more thing about controller design and then I'll move on. With the PS5's one, seriously, I can't remember what it was fucking called, getting chunkier, can we not leave the kids behind? And I know caring about kids is the last thing I normally do. Put me on the fucking Titanic and I tell the crew to fling that little shit overboard and give me the seat on the lifeboat. But gaming was so important to my formative years that I don't want the little ones to get left behind. I know you want your 27 different types of useless rumble, but make sure that Timmy can actually pick it up and hold it and reach all the buttons and play on it, alright? Not just for him, but for me. I really like winning Fortnite matches against the little cunts. In other news, because there has been other news, Crysis is getting a remaster. Very weird for a game that's still one of the best looking games of all time, but alright! Alongside lots of new acronyms for graphical upgrades that I don't give a shit about, the best news is that it's heading to the Nintendo Switch. Fucking ace! A fact that's forgotten about Crysis is that it is genuinely one of the most fun first-person shooters of all time. The open levels, the core powers, the ability to lob a chicken at an alien squid. They've probably all held up. Plus, this is being done by, well, co-done by Saber Interactive, the folk that made The Witcher 3 run on the Switch, so it's gonna run real nice. But a quick note, and this one goes out to Saber. Saber, don't bother remastering the sequels. Do something more worthwhile instead, like remaster Simpsons Wrestling. Remaster Dogs 5. just have a lovely few months off. In other remaster news, Saints Row 3 is getting remastered. That's right, the very best Saints Row game that they still remember exists is getting a fresh coat of paint. Marvel at the fact that the sun now causes light to fill the open world. Gasp at the fact that... Oh, well, that's it. Finally, seriously, that's genuinely all they're doing with it. I'd like to talk about a game that I've been playing every day for the past few months. No, not Animal Crossing. This is called Kitten's Game. Genuinely, this is an idle game that has been around for a few years, and unlike other idle games, this one is fucking difficult, with actual resource management, actual planning, and trial and error needed to progress. I've just got my little kiddies to the moon, and it took balancing 24 separate resources and 2 fucking restarts to do it. At the start it's all, ooh, you can craft wood if you refine catnip. Careful you don't go hungry in the cold winters. Oh. And now, I've just opened my first nuclear reactor. We're researching fucking dimensional physics. I'm building oil tankers left, right and centre, and behind my town is a massive pile of dead unicorns. I have no idea when this will end. I have no idea if this will end. It's superb, and it's free in your browser, and I play the mobile version, which is like £2. No ads, no microtransactions. £2! It's good shit. Just watch out for zebras. They're fucking arseholes. Right. That's all from me. I'm off to go remaster my room by turning a light on. Bye.